This is a small project I've been working on. So one of the things I've been doing is just exploring the sample data from Spatial AI. So you can see here I've got a Jupyter notebook going in VS Code. I'm importing some libraries. And what I want to do is I want to see how many of these categories that they have are correlated. So if you're familiar with Spatial AI's data, they have a number of categories in here based on data that they've grabbed from social media. So here's kind of the whole list here of things that are in the data set. So they're categorizing how much affinity a certain region has. These are census block groups for engine enthusiasts, green thumb people, wanderlust, animal advocates, et cetera, et cetera. So they're trying to characterize human behavior in a particular area and rank it against these sort of metrics. So what I did here is I actually tried to, this is showing the version that doesn't work, right? So what I tried to do here is just plot all of it on a correlation matrix, and it is not understandable at all. It's a giant mess. So, okay, let's simplify this down a little bit. So I decided to subset the data instead to just look at those categories here that have to do with food and beverages. So that means instead of doing everything in this list, I am just looking for correlations between regions where they like sweet treats, coffee connoisseurs, trendy eats, whiskey business, et cetera, et cetera. So if I subset the data, so let me get past that. So here's me subsetting the data and checking what my new data frame looks like. And then right here, I'm running the correlation matrix. So this is the correlation matrix here. You can actually see how correlated these are based on a 0 to 1 scale. The closer to 1, the more highly correlated. So if we scroll down past this, here's the final result of me plotting this in a figure. So for example, what you can see is if we go, let's see, 0. So of course, the diagonal is things matched to themselves. So there should always be a 1-to-1 correlation there. So hops and brews is one correlation because they're the exact same thing. But we can also see some strong correlations. So here's a 0.95. So it looks like trendy eats is fairly strongly correlated with Asian food and culture, which is kind of interesting. We can also see that over here, sweet treats, 0.86 correlation, pretty close to 1, is, let's see, I think that's actually the same one. That's also Asian food and culture. So sweet treats and Asian food and culture tend to be found in the same place. So this is a super, super simple throwaway project of what you can do plotting correlations in these kind of data sets from Spatial AI.